Welcome everyone to another NASCAR Heat Evolution gameplay video. In this video, we're going to be at the high banks of Talladega Super Speedway, running against the AI in a 13-lap race. The AI are set to 100%, and just as with Atlanta, we'll be starting from the rear. All right, they're already pulling away from me, just getting up through the gears. But I think we're going to be catching them here shortly. Now, what I've seen in the few races I've done at the plate tracks is that this is pretty much how it's going to look the entire race. Nobody really passes, nobody really gets anywhere. Everybody pretty much stays in line. Sometimes you'll get 3 wide. But for the most part, they stay in line 2 wide, and toward the front, it seems like they get more single file. All right, I am trying to get up there and get by this guy, but it is not looking good. Labonte is in my way. I mean, I could just stay back in the back and, pick a lane inside or outside and try to work my way through there. But that has not worked out in the past. I end up staying back there the entire race, and I get nowhere. So at least I can take the high line and try to get somewhere. Now, of course, in real life, trying to pull out by yourself would lead to nothing but a freight train, with you ended up as the caboose. So let's see what we've got. We've still got 2 wide out here. Chris Buescher's decided that he wants, and now I'm going to be in the center here. That's probably not going to be good for me. But we'll stick with it here and see what happens. Hopefully it works out. All right, so we've got a little bit of a run on Tony Stewart directly in front of us. Now, given Tony Stewart's on-track actions, I would expect nothing less than him to wreck me. But let's hope not. Now, there's a problem in this game that is evident at really every track I've come to so far, but it is really a big issue at the plate tracks, and that is the car likes to wander on the straights. On the straightaways, for some reason, there is very little feedback on the wheel around the center line, so that makes it very hard to steer the car on the straightaway. And what you find is that as you're on the straightaway, the car likes to weave to the left and to the right, and there's really not anything you can do with it. So I just try to stay out of the way as much as I can and try not to start a wreck during that time. Now, you can see during that last corner as we came through 1 and 2 and then down the back straightaway, I was basically just pushing Tony Stewart, and it was doing nothing. So it was having no effect, helping neither one of us, and it didn't seem to upset his car at all. So the AI don't seem to really care that you're pushing and shoving on them. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out that nicely when they're pushing you. All right, Annette, I need Annette to stay down and not come up in front of me on the straightaway, and he is going to give us some room. I'm just going to have to take this thing 3 wide if I'm going to have any shot of going anywhere. Because if I hang in line, then it's going to end up with nothing but me riding around at the back the entire time. So we might as well take some shots and see if we can't make something happen on the outside. Now, one of the things I wish the spotter would do for me right now is tell me, I think I'm down to 2 wide right now, but I'm not entirely sure. He just keeps saying still there, but I don't know what that means. Okay, now he's telling me car low. I assume that means just 1. All right, so we got another good run here. Up off the corner, we're going to try to pass Allmendinger as well. All right, and we'll come back down to the second groove in the corner. And there's really no drafting help up here for me, so Allmendinger's going to come up in front, looks like. I'm not sure exactly what type of drafting effects they have implemented in this game. You know, we know that in past NASCAR games that there was a good bit of drafting effect. Here, there's definitely drafting effect, but you have no idea, you know, how complicated is it? Do we have side drafting? Do we have, you know, drafting a certain number of car lengths back? Or does it completely disappear, you know, the moment you're up next to somebody? You know, just exactly what is the effect? And frankly, I doubt I'll be spending enough time on these types of tracks to find much of that out. Because from what I've seen so far, as you can tell, it is very difficult to make any headway. Okay, it looks like I'm on the top 3 wide here, which is not good. Simply because I'm getting no drafting help whatsoever. All right, I believe I'm down to 2 wide, but he keeps just saying still there. So I'm not sure if that's right or not. Since nobody wrecked me going into the corner, I assume we're just 2 wide. All right, so we got a good run off that corner. Looks like we may actually pass 2 cars. All right, we're clear low, but I really don't have much of a desire to get down there, quite frankly. All right, we're going to keep to the high side here. And we're on lap 8 of 13, coming to 9 of 13. So we still got a few laps left to go. Please stay down there away from me. Every time we come off the corner and they like to move up the track, I have to take a deep breath and hold it. Ooh, Austin Dillon cutting me off right there. Okay, I'm not going to have enough momentum to get up next to Austin Dillon, so we'll cut back in line. And coming off the corner, see if we can't get some momentum. Looks like we got a little bit here. And I'm going to try to go to the outside. Hopefully he'll give me a little bit of room. And we got up here, but we have no drafting help, and it looks like that is actually going to hurt us. In real life, it would destroy us, but in the game, it looks like it's a little bit more lenient, and we're able to maintain a good bit of speed. All right, so everybody's getting single file, it looks like now. So we're having a real hard time making any headway. Everybody's basically just getting in line. All right, DiBenedetto running 30th. Maybe he'll stay down there and give us a little room. Going to pull right down on DiBenedetto and see if we can't get a good draft off of him. All right, so everybody's single file for a few cars here. Going to try to get inside of Austin Dillon, and we made it. Now, unfortunately, all right, we're going to try to push on Brian Scott and see if that'll get us anywhere. Unfortunately, it does not appear to be helping any whatsoever. All right, so here's where we get a good run from center off. And the AI is really slowing down there. I would love to get inside of him right there, but he will cut me off big time. So I'm just going to hang back. This is why I don't like being on the inside, because now I'm down here and I'm kind of stuck. Because he's not going anywhere. Austin Dillon, who was to his outside, wasn't going anywhere. He's now filled the spot in front of me. Still there where?
Still there.
Okay, somebody is still there according to the spotter, but I don't know who it is and I don't know where they are.
Still there.
At this point, I'll just have to assume he means somebody is below me,
Still there.
even though he's been saying the same thing for quite a while now. Whoa, this is getting pretty wild.
Carlos.
Yikes. That was not fun because my steering wheel was going to the left and to the right, and I had very, very little control of the steering wheel right there. All right, so we're last lap, and as you can see, we're running right at the edge of the top 30, so we've made very little progress.
Still there.
I would like to be able to quote Dale Earnhardt Jr. from his wonderful Nationwide commercials and tell you that, as you can see, we're making some progress, but unfortunately, we are not. So we're going to try to take it 3 wide, and now that we got a little drafting help up here, we're going to follow the 43 car, and I would love to shove him forward, but that just doesn't work in this game. And we're going to come home somewhere in the back half of the 20. So yeah, 26th place. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed our gameplay video from Talladega. Wow, it gave us a speed rating of 88 there. My previous speed rating was 105. So very interesting how it seems to use an arbitrary speed rating number. I hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for more Knee Pit Gaming.